Hi readers, it's Lori. Welcome back to my channel, Books, Ink, and Paper, and welcome to the official announcement of Mardi Gras Readathon 2026. I wish I had my Mardi Gras box to take my shirt out and wear it for you and maybe one of my noisemakers, but I don't. I just do not have it, and I want to get this out soon so that you can start preparing for the Mardi Gras Readathon 2026. This is a month-long readathon. As you remember, I have co-hosted it with my friend Kat at Kat's Novel Adventures, and she will be joining this again this year, so I'm super happy about that. Kat and I both have the privilege of being able to live in a community where Mardi Gras is celebrated, but so many of you who participate do not, and yet you take this on, and we are so appreciative, and we hope to see you back, and we hope to see some new participants as well. So Mardi Gras this year starts, Fat Tuesday anyway. Mardi Gras starts now, but Fat Tuesday is February the 17th, which is actually the end of the Mardi Gras season. But we're going to start the readathon on January the 17th, so you'll have a whole month as usual to be able to choose some books for these prompts and to be able to celebrate in whatever way you choose. There are also lots of books that are historical about Mardi Gras that you can look at, as well as definitely books that are set in these themes, but you can read whatever you want this month. We also have a group read that I'll be sharing with you today so that you have the time to get your hands on that. If you decide to join us for the group read, we always do a wrap-up video at the end on Fat Tuesday, and we share our thoughts about that group read as well. So this will give you plenty of time to be able to begin the prompts for yourself, but also the group read. So let's start with the prompts. They are the same as every year, but I'm just going to read them to you again because, we want to make sure that you have them, and we'll have graphics and things in all of the videos that we do about Mardi Gras Readathon. So the first one is to read a book about royalty, since Mardi Gras has a king and a queen each year. And so just choose any book that you'd like about royalty. It can be real royalty, it can be fictional royalty, but whatever suits your fancy is going to fulfill that prompt. Another one is a book set on the Gulf Coast, which is in the United States anyway, the most prevalent place where Mardi Gras is celebrated. So that could be Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, whatever you choose that is in the Gulf Coast region will work for us and for you. Read a book about cake. King cake is, as you probably know, the delicious treat that everybody consumes during Mardi Gras season. King cake is very rich and very sugary and very delicious. Some of them are better than others. Maybe this year I'll do a video on the best king cakes. I don't know. But I do love a king cake. I just have to be very careful about how much king cake I will consume. So just read a book about cake. There are so many books about cake I have discovered over the years, and there's still a few that I have thought about before that I might get to this year too. Read a book set in France, because France is the original home of Mardi Gras. That is where it began, and that is where it still continues. So read a book that has anything to do with France or a city in France that you want to read. Read a book about a ball or an elegant event, which is also a big part of Mardi Gras. If you didn't know, we have balls here on the coast from this time now, like right after New Year's until the 17th. So, well, until the 16th probably. So they're really fun, and there's lots of costuming and drinking and singing, and it's just wonderful. read a book about music, as Mardi Gras and music go hand in hand as well. And I've been able to read a couple of really good ones in the last couple of years. So I hope that I find something really good this year too. Read a book about food because we definitely engage in lots of eating. It is because of the fact that it comes right before Ash Wednesday. Mardi Gras is the sort of celebration of all the things that are decadent. So it is not only the costumes, but the alcohol, it is the king cake and the other food that goes along with it. So any book about food will do, and I have a few of those on my list that I'd like to get to too. Read a book about a crew, which is what a Mardi Gras group is called, the groups that form the balls and the events across the area. So read a book with a crew or any kind of group of friends that you might have a book about. So there's endless possibilities there too. And we'll probably, both Kat and I will probably share a video about the books that we think we might read or the books that we think might work for these prompts. And then also read a book set in New Orleans, which is also very prolific. New Orleans is a city that a lot of people write about, both in historical nonfiction and nonfiction for today, but also in fiction. And some of those are incredibly creepy and scary and full of ghosts and things, and some of them are hilarious. So you have lots of different options for yourself in those prompts. So those are the prompts. Of course, you can see them in the graphics, like I said below. All right, and the group read announcement is The Little French Bistro by Nina George. We're going to France this year, and I'm really excited about this because we've been a little bit more local in the last few years, and it's time for us to imagine something different. And this one fits the bill for me. So this is about Marianne, and she's been stuck in a loveless, unhappy marriage for a long time, and she's just done. She finally decides that she's over it. And so she goes to Brittany. She's had a dramatic moment on the banks of the Seine River, and so something prompts her then to just make a change. So she goes to Brittany to sort of have a new, fresh experience. And it's interesting that that's what I'm telling you about today, because today is the first day, as I'm filming this, of the new year. And it always feels so good, right? To just have a something that begins something anew. So that's what Marianne wants and gets. So she goes to Brittany, which is also known as the end of the world. And she begins to meet a lot of people there and to build new friendships. And there must be something that happens at a Little French Bistro. I can't wait to get to this. She also wrote The Little Paris Bookshop, and I've had both of those on my TBR for a while and have not gotten to them. So this is supposed to be charming, and it reminds you of what it's like to be young again. And someone comped it to Eat, Pray, Love a little bit, which I could see that would be the case. So The Little French Bistro is our group read. If you choose to read this, you just need to have it completed by the 17th on Mardi Gras Day, and we'll get together on Zoom and we'll discuss it. And I can't wait to hear how we all feel about it and what we've learned from this particular book. So thank you so much for watching today. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to participate this year. If you haven't already, let us know if this is your first time, because we want to make sure to welcome you into our crew. So I can't wait to hear who's participating, and maybe you'll start, of course, listing some of the books you like to read during the Mardi Gras Readathon. And until then, happy reading and laissez les bon temps rouler, which is French for let the good times roll. Bye.